Hi friends, welcome back and happy Wednesday. Today we're going to be doing another fun Easter science experiment. How many of you got Peeps in your Easter basket? We got Peeps from the Easter Bunny. Do you know what Peeps are made of? Lots and lots of sugar. That's right, sugar and corn syrup and gelatin. Basically, it's a sugar-covered marshmallow. So today, in our experiment, we are going to be doing some different things with Peeps, and we are going to observe the Peeps, and we are going to draw conclusions after we have made predictions using that big word hypothesis again and determining what happens to the Peeps when we put them in different environments. So here we go. Let's get started. All right, boys and girls, if you could please go ahead and have out this paper that says Peeps Experiments up at the top. And remember, the first thing we always do is write our name. So please go ahead and write your name at the top of your paper. And use your pointing power and read along with me. We are going to be doing 3 different experiments today with Peeps. So the materials that we are going to need is water. We're going to need our microwave. And we're going to need the freezer. So for our first experiment, we are going to put a Peep in water. Ooh, this will be fun. So we need to make a guess or a prediction or that big word hypothesis. And we are going to think about whether we believe that the Peep will float. Will it sink maybe? Will it dissolve? What does dissolve mean? That means like break apart. So while you're thinking about that, I want to show you where you're going to write your prediction. You're going to write your prediction right here on the line. And remember, with the prediction, it's just a guess. So you're going to start your prediction with a capital I think that. And then you are going to finish that sentence. What do you think is going to happen to the Peep when we put it in our container of water here? Do you think it will float? Do you think it's going to sink to the bottom? Do you think it's going to dissolve or melt? So go ahead and make your prediction. I'll give you just a minute to write it there on the line. Okay, now I'm going to take the Peep, we'll stick it in the water, and we are going to observe what happens to the Peep when it's dropped in the water. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. What's it doing, friends? That's right. The Peep is floating. Look, it's right there on top of the water. Do you think it will stay floating? Let's watch it for a second. It's still floating. Take a look. Is it changing at all? No, it doesn't seem to be changing to me. All right. Well, that's pretty neat. Now we need to write or draw. If you would rather draw, you can draw your observations or what you saw that happened to the Peep when we put it in the water. So I am going to write the Peep floated in water. And remember to put punctuation at the end of your sentence. So, for your conclusion, was your prediction right? Was it incorrect? Was it the same as what you predicted. So you are going to write your conclusion. You're going to put my hypothesis was correct or my hypothesis was incorrect. If you guessed that the peep would float, then you were right. If you guessed that the peep would sink, then you might say, my guess was incorrect. So after you've written your observation, you can go ahead and write your conclusion. Okay, here we go. Moving right along to experiment number 2. We are going to put a peep in the microwave. Ooh, what effect will heat have on the peep? What does that word effect mean? What do you think? That means like, what will the heat do to the peep? Or how will the peep change when we put it in the microwave? So we need to make another prediction or hypothesis again here. Remember, starting with capital I, finger space, I think that. And you can go ahead and make your guess now. What do you think will happen when we put that peep in the microwave? Go ahead and finish that sentence and don't forget your punctuation at the end. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take our peep now and we're gonna stick it up here inside of the microwave. Here we go. Are you ready, friends? Let's watch and see what happens. What's happening to the peep? What is it gonna do? What's happening, friends? Think we should take it out now? Shall we check our conclusions and see if our predictions were right? Okay, let's see what happened to the peep. We're gonna open it up now. Oh, whoa! Look at that peep. Oh my, what did it do, friends? It got bigger and wider, and it was blown up, but look, now it's getting flat like a pancake. Wow, that's so silly. So, was your guess or prediction right for what you thought would happen to our little peep over here? He looks kind of sad now, huh? Okay, so you can go ahead and draw or write your observations now for what happened to our peep. I'm going to write the peep melted and got bigger. Okay, so was your conclusion right? Or excuse me, was your prediction right? You can go ahead and write that on the line where it says conclusions. If your prediction was correct or maybe it was incorrect, and that's okay. That's what makes science so fun. We're exploring. All right, friends, here's one last look at our melted peep. All right, here we go, kiddos. Moving on to our last peep experiment for the day. The directions say to put a peep in the freezer. Ooh, this will be fun. What effect, ooh, there's that vocabulary word again. What does effect mean? Yeah, what will happen to the peep when we put it in the cold environment. So what will the cold freezer do to our little Peep over here? So let's make a guess or hypothesis here next to where it says prediction. Again, I think that, and you get to finish the sentence because this is your guess. What do you think is going to happen to this Peep when I put it in my freezer? And I'm going to put it in my freezer overnight, and we're going to come back to it in 24 hours, and we're going to see what happens to that Peep. So, I think that. Go ahead and make your guess, and then we're going to come back in 24 hours, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, boys and girls, our little Peep right here has been in my freezer for 24 hours. And I want to show you how it compares to the original Peep. What happened to the Peep when it went in the freezer? It shrunk, didn't it? That's right. The cold environment made our sugary, marshmallowy Peep get smaller. So let's come back to our paper over here and let's write or draw. If you want to draw a shrunken Peep, you can do that too. Oh, look, I got a little Peep on my paper. Okay, so for your observations, friends, I'm going to write the Peep got smaller. All right, so for your conclusion, was your prediction correct or was it incorrect? You can go ahead and write that on the line now. All right, boys and girls, thanks so much for joining me on these Peeps Experiments today. See you tomorrow.